Hello everybody, thank you for joining us for another one of our weekly tech videos. Today we are going to be talking about the Ls7 Clutch Kit we offered. You're probably landed on this video because you have some questions about using one of these clutch kits in a Corvette, a Camaro, or a Firebird, a Cadillac, a Pontiac, or maybe even just a swap in general with a T56 Magnum behind it. Today we're going to be answering some of those questions, so let's dive right in. The Ls7 Clutch Kit that we offer here is a genuine GM part. We are a Chevrolet performance dealer as well as a genuine GM parts dealer. So we get the benefit of offering y'all a high quality kit for a good price. We know that there's some aftermarket parts out there that claim to be Ls7 clutches, but these come in genuine GM boxes with genuine GM parts inside. So we know that we're offering y'all a good quality piece. Now, to cover, they call this the Ls7 Clutch Kit because it originally was released, of course, on the 2006 Corvette Z06 behind the 7-liter Ls7 that made 505 horsepower. So these clutches not only are very strong and handle a lot of power, they also tend to be slightly cheaper than the aftermarket because we get the benefit of using an OEM part. And this kit is actually what is used in the Connect and Cruise packages, the Chevrolet Performance Connect and Cruise packages. If you get an Ls7, Ls3 525, or even just a stock Ls3 and put a T56 Magnum behind it, this is the clutch kit that comes in those kits. So we know that we're offering you a high quality kit that's really going to last a long time and of course provide a whole lot of fun for you guys that like to row the gears. So let's go over what comes in those kits. Now, the standard kit includes a brand new Ls7 pressure plate, a brand new Ls7 clutch disc, of course, and the factory Ls7 flywheel here. We do get some questions about this flywheel for you guys that are, swapping into, let's say a 98 to 02 F-body, your Camaro, Firebird, Z28, Trans Am, what have you. A lot of y'all are used to a perfectly flat flywheel. And this one here, if you can kind of see as I turn it here, this one has some kind of steps where the pressure plate bolts down. Nothing to worry about there. They're designed to be there and the pressure plate is built to compensate. What that actually helps with is, in the extreme circumstances that you really went a little too wild and the clutch disc material starts to let go, it won't fling outward outside of the pressure plate, possibly damaging a bell housing or anything else. It actually kind of keeps it contained. So this is actually an improved design and has actually been used for years in other applications. So big benefit here over the stock stuff. With that kit, we also include the factory flywheel bolts, all 6 of them, and the factory pressure plate bolts, all 6 of those as well. And again, genuine GM parts. We also offer an upgrade for you guys that are autocrossing, you have a lightweight vehicle, maybe something that revs out a little bit better and you're wanting just every little bit counts. We also offer this clutch kit with an upgraded aluminum flywheel from Ram. This is a really nice piece. Saves several pounds of weight, and of course ARP hardware. Again, 6 pressure plate bolts, 6 flywheel bolts. This upgrade here is a great benefit for some of you guys that are LS swapping an RX-7, maybe an S13 or S14 240SX, an old 240Z, or heck, if you're putting in an old Camaro or even a Corvette, some of those are lightweight enough to where if you're really getting aggressive with racing or spirited driving, this is a pretty good upgrade right here. We want to discuss some of the fitment here. These will not work due to the bolt pattern on the flywheel. They will not work with LSA, LS9, the LSX B15 crate engine, and of course the LSX 454 crate engines, simply because, like I said, these are the factory 6-bolt pattern on the flywheel and the crankshaft, and those are an 8, or for the LS9, a 9-bolt. So don't get those mixed up. For the same reason they can't work on the new Gen 5s either. They have an 8-bolt pattern. So don't get too mixed up and buy the wrong thing. But a lot of people ask when it comes to that fitment, why is it that I can take an LS1 or an LS2 or an LS6 flywheel and clutch setup out and put this in? What makes this fit? Well, it's very simply the stack height. Once the pressure plate is bolted and torqued down on top of the flywheel, the space to where your throwout bearing meets right here on these fingers is the same stack height. So that's why it gets to work. It's a great benefit. It ended up being one of GM's simple ways of using the same engineering throughout. We get to benefit from that upgrade. There are a couple applications though where you need to know where the stack height does change. For you guys that are watching this video that have a first gen CTSV, I believe they came with an LS2 or even an LS6 in the first years. You go from a dual mass flywheel down to a single mass flywheel in this clutch. Not only do you save a lot of weight, you also save a lot of money. Those clutches are expensive. But it changes that stack height I just told you about. So you've kind of probably heard that. You've heard that you can put this clutch in, but you have to do some stuff. So let's kind of go over that real brief. This fine piece of machined aluminum from K-Tech is a spacer you're going to need. This goes in between the front face of the transmission and your throw-eye bearing, your slave cylinder. And it is machined to where it automatically centers up so you don't have to worry about anything, and it uses your stock CTSV, first gen CTSV slave cylinder. And it makes up for that loss in stack height. Bolt in and go. There is another modification you need to know about though. It's not that big of a deal, but it does make some people cringe. Don't worry, people have been doing this for years with no problems. Your bleeder and inlet line to the slave cylinder, once you put this spacer in, well, now the holes on your bell housing where those two lines are, they're gonna hit. You have to use a Dremel, a grinder of some sort. Go slow, go gentle. It doesn't take that much to remove, but you do have to remove just a little bit to make it fit right. People have been doing it for years. It does not affect the structural integrity as long as you do it right. So this is what we recommend for you guys with your first gen CTSVs. Of course, you can mix and match some of these upgrades here. A lot of people do like to use the, the stock steel flywheel, but they still want the ARP bolts. You can still do that. Just give us a call. We don't have it as an option on our website, but we absolutely don't mind helping you guys out on the phone if you're wanting to do that. The cost difference is very small, so a lot of people like to do that. Another thing we offer from Ram as well is an alignment tool. Since these clutches and clutch kits from GM don't come with an alignment tool, we offer this just a few bucks. Really helps out with your install. Same thing with you guys that need a new pilot bearing. We offer the big and the small as they're nicknamed. If you need to know which one you need, feel free to give us a call and tell us your application. We'll tell you exactly which one will fit. Once again, we really appreciate you guys stopping by for another one of our weekly tech videos. This is an immensely popular product of ours, and all over. People use it for almost anything and everything. If you have any more further questions, feel free to give us a call or message us on, of course, our website at sdparts.com or Facebook at Scoggin-Dickey Part Center. Give us a like, subscribe, and a share on Facebook and YouTube. As usual, we're trying to push these videos out to help out the customers. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week. Later.